Hello everyone and welcome back, and this is Prepared Monday with Veteran Mountain Man. I hope you all had a good weekend, and today we are going to discuss water. That's right, you heard me. Water, the H2O, the gold of life, the thing that keeps us all going. Now, many of you who are preparing for minor emergencies, real-life natural disasters, and realistic issues that can occur, one of the things we always need to look at is water. Now, there's a lot of stuff out there about building rain catchment systems, and I support this kind of behavior. I think it is a good thing. It allows you to water your gardens, your flower beds, things of that nature, which you should be doing as somebody who is prepared. However, rain catchment is a very much long-term situation, long-term survival scenario, and irrigation solution. So we're not going to talk about that today. What I am going to talk to you about is several options you have in order to have some extra water, particularly potable water. Now, in an emergency, you can collect rainwater and morning dew, and even if you don't filter it, if you boil it, you can cook with it. And therefore, you're not too concerned about what you're doing. Also, if you have running water or relatively fresh running water around you, you can always gather that and boil it. It's a bit of a pain, and especially for cooking, it works just fine. However, what we're going to talk about is having potable water in the event that, say, like has happened here in Tigard, Oregon, multiple times over the past 3 years, we have gotten alerts from the city government telling us our drinking water is not safe to drink. That is because they have detected X, Y, or Z microbe at the pump station in the water. And it's above Food and Drug Administration levels. So, what do you do about this? Well, there's a couple of solutions. My first and my favorite is have yourselves 20 gallons of water at home. That's 4 5-gallon jugs. That's right, you heard me. 4 5-gallon jugs. Now, if you have a water cooler or a water dispenser, that's fairly easy to have around. You can usually use milk crates to store them in so that you can keep them stacked kind of level. You can stick them off to the side or in one corner, and you've got 20 gallons of drinking water. You'll need to ration that in the event of an emergency, and you'll need to find some way to replenish that in the event of a long-term emergency. But in a short-term emergency like the ones I'm talking about for this video, 20 gallons of drinking water is fairly functional for 2 adults, which is what I'm planning for. Not including the cats and the dogs, and I have another 10 gallons for them in temporary supplies. So that's 30 gallons total. My cat and my dogs, my dog and my cats actually have filtered water fountain systems. So realistically, a lot of the problems that we have with water, we don't have with their water system, even if I am using tap water and there's an emergency, because their stuff is already filtered and treated a second time. Now, if you're not doing something like that, you want to have at least 10 gallons of water for your pets, depending upon the number of pets, for a couple of days. And you need to make sure that you actually look at their water consumption and everything at summertime levels. In the wintertime levels, your water will last longer because they'll be less active. But you want to look at their activity in summertime levels, when it's at the hottest. That way you have plenty of water no matter when the issue occurs. Because believe me, if you store based on winter consumption, you will have an emergency in the middle of summer and it will not last you nearly long enough. So make sure you actually look at what you're doing and be careful on this. Now, other ways include creating your own cisterns, keeping water storage barrels and things of that nature. Now, when you start keeping water and you've got it sitting, you have some serious issues to deal with. Even outside of the tropic zones in the United States and most of the rest of the world, mosquitoes are an issue. at least until you get up into the serious subarctic regions such as northern Canada, Alaska, Scandinavia, places like that. So you'll need to keep the water tightly closed. You'll also need to rotate the water out, which is why for short-term solutions, I always recommend the water dispenser and the 20 gallons worth of water in jugs. Because if you're drinking that regularly and you're rotating it regularly, it will never go stale. It may take you, a month to finish a single 5-gallon jug. However, those jugs are usually good for a year to 2 years. And even if you do the refill thing where they're only good for 6 months, if you're going through one every month, there's only 4 of them, you're still not going to hit your expiration set on it. And it's an easy, simple, clean, effective way to do it. Well, if you have any questions about preparedness and individual basic preparedness to deal with modern environmental issues, such as, floods, droughts, loss of job, unemployment, things of that nature, go ahead and leave a comment below or catch me on minds.com/veteran mountain man. You can also catch me over at patreon.com/veteran mountain man. I interact with my people there. I also put up Patreon only content. And it's $1 a month to become a subscriber. If you're catching this on YouTube, please like and subscribe. If you're catching this on VidMe, please upvote and follow. And don't forget, you can always comment on these systems as well. I answer comments on a regular basis. Thank you all, and have a great Prepared Monday.